Early morning live shit. Let's bring on our guest. All right, so this is episode 18, part something or other. Nice shirt.
Hold up.
Hold up. Hey. Oh my. Oh damn. Yeah. What up?
Am I sideways?
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Dude,
right.
they're doing the World Star Hip Hop view. So
Well, I got one of these shitty tripods, because
okay.
everyone gets one of these and then they realize that it's a piece of shit.
Yep. I have
And
or two.
yeah, right. And like twice. And I just I right before I sat down, I was like, last week your camera was really steady. Mine was not. And I thought I would bust out the tripod, and that's how we get that's how we end up on World Star.
I know, man. I've been waiting, man. To get finally on World Star, man. It took till today, but here we are, man. World Star Hip Hop, fucking hip hop, hooray, ho. Yeah, man. How the fuck you been?
Pretty good. Just got done. I just got done with work, like
Ooh.
like 35 minutes ago, and got
Whoa.
home. Yeah, I did my 312s, so I'm good for a couple of days.
Cool, man. That's cool. You got to work the 312s.
Yeah, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I have Monday and Tuesday off. I work Wednesday night, and then I have 8 days off, and then I do it
Oh,
again. Yeah.
what do you do during the 8 days off?
Mainly write and hang out with the girlfriend and watch YouTube. I try to write more on my days off than when I work, but I'm more motivated to write when I'm at work because I'm around like nurses and people who are reading to advance their stuff and
Yeah.
studying for their tests coming up. And so it's like I could sit here and distract them, or I could sit here and write or read. I have I got Jerry Seinfeld's book, and so I'll flip through that sometimes if I'm like, how do I start writing on the page? And I'll look at one of his things, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just kind of like start this way.
Yeah.
You know?
How's the show going? I'm gonna think of the name. I'm gonna think of it here, man. I got it. It's something hell something some I
Hello,
don't
hell. It's hello,
hello.
hell.
Yes. All right. So hello hell. How's hello L going?
L O L
Hello
O hell.
hello hell.
Yeah, is great. It's going really good. It's each week we're getting more and more people show up, and
Oh shit.
last week there was 22 people, and there was about 4 or 5 people I had never seen. And what's really cool is that each week there's like 4, 5, 6 people who are like coming through Portland. They're like coming through town, and they're in town for like a couple days, and they hit up the mic and they have like 1 or 2 people with them, and they have a great time, and then they're like, see ya.
Great. Tell your friends.
Yeah. And a couple of them I add on Facebook, and it's really crazy. There's this one dude's a photographer, and he's a military kid, and he got into doing military stuff, and he was talking about living in Dubai and Germany, and he was
Oh,
Hawaiian, and I'm just like, this is so cool and interesting, and he had a good set, and yeah, and
what's
just
his name?
Brian Maroney,
Okay.
Maroney,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's cool, man.
yeah. Yeah, he does a lot of photography, and he's been loading pictures of photography and stuff. But it was just really interesting talking to him. He said he was in the CIA, and I was like, yeah, like something, like that makes me weird. And then I was like, you want to talk conspiracy theories? And it got kind of weird for a second. And then he said something that we were talking about his set. And he was like, oh, yeah, the main thing I learned from the CIA is it's all about preparation. And I was just like, oh, like, that's always been in the back of my mind. Like whenever I'm like, what can I do better? It's like I just need to prepare more. I need to write more. I need to review my stuff more. I need to rewrite. I need to. It's okay to try my stuff with people. Like I can ask coworkers about jokes and ideas. And there's this one nurse, and he's working on his nurse practitioner's license, and he's younger than me, and he's very like he tells a lot of dad jokes and puns, but it's fun when I say something and he like laughs and he's like, "That's funny," and it's just weird because it's just a weird, I don't know. I'm getting wild, but
Get wild, man. That's what this is for,
yeah.
man. Get wild, man. If fucking whatever, early morning, or late in the day, or whatever. I've been up a while.
When did you get up? Or how many hours ago? I guess.
I was up a few hours ago at least. I've done all my fucking shipping stuff, got all that done, and so I did that before it got hot, but it's because that sucks. I have my shit in a storage thing right now, like in a storage unit, so I have to go out there like every day and go grab all my shit and then like bring packaging stuff to pack it up and then take it to the post office or the FedEx or UPS or whatever. And then, but I calling someone here after this, I'm gonna tell him that I hired someone as long as he accepts the job. So I need help. I need help. So yeah, I'm looking into getting a store here too. So
It's pretty dope.
yeah, I have a nonprofit that my buddy and I were working on, and so we can open it through that. And because
Cool.
shit here is expensive, but then that way I can make some money for that shit too. But it's fucking like, dude, oh man, it's crazy how expensive shit is out here compared to what it is in rural Minnesota, man. Rural Minnesota, man. Like fuck, I'd have been sad if we'd have been there, but so I had to change it. But I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm hiring this kid today, and I hope people aren't wanting to apply. No one wants to work anymore, man.
Yeah.
No, there's fucking jobs everywhere now.
There's like tons of hiring bonuses at the hospital, and
Really?
bonuses if you refer people. And like, I got this one coworker, and I don't know what it is. I think it's 1,000, but like she's gotten 3 people to work there, and like it's and they're not even that great employees, but they're willing to work and they're willing to show up most of the time, and they only call in like once every other week or whatever. And but I don't know, like it's hard for me to do that, and it's weird that that's tolerated,
To call up and not come in.
Well, like to like call in, like you're like, I don't want to go in, like I don't like, I'm not hurting for the money, I just like call in.
Independent contractor almost, rather than an actual employee. It's like, yeah, I don't want to fucking come in. We find that's like, wait, no, hold on. We got a lot of people that got to do a lot of shit here, man. Like, you're going to fuck everything up if you don't come in.
Yeah.
But, if you give it, if it's once in a while, sure. But usually, even if you're sick, you can usually at least figure it out sometime before, maybe the night before or something, and be like, I feel shitty. I probably won't come into work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or at night. So whatever it may be, but I don't know, man. That's crazy. And like, yeah, I can't believe how many jobs there are, man. And I mean, people are getting paid pretty decently here too. I don't know. What was he? Oh, they opened it up on couple days ago at a lot of airports for like the first time in I don't know how many years for like people to train to be an air traffic controller.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
which would be I assume fairly cush job. I couldn't imagine that being that hard. I don't, unless something went haywire and, you had some sort of, if you picked a bad day to stop, sniffing glue or some shit, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, everything's so automated. I think it would just be, I don't think you'd have to worry about any planes hitting each other or, trying to do stuff. I assume it's just, hey, Siri, get me to land here at this field.
Yeah.
And, they probably know it better. So, but
Right.
that's that. That's a job. But, oh, shit.
I keep checking out the GameStop site and checking out what jobs they have, but they're all like retail sales and manager stuff. But like, I don't have experience managing, but like, I can't take like a $8 an hour pay cut or something. You
Yeah,
know.
you just got to wait for it to fucking get up to the moon, man.
Hmm.
So it's been down some, but it's the long game. But the AMC, man, it's just been it's I don't think it's been down one day since I bought it. Like,
Right.
I could be wrong on that, but yeah, AMC just keeps going up. It's pretty wild. I wasn't
I,
expecting one.
I like, like I say, I know nothing about stocks and like less about trading, but like I'm pumped and I have shares in both. And, you know, um, whenever I get wound up or I'm like, I just want it to happen. I just want the squeeze to happen. Whatever's going to happen, I want it to happen. Like it's happening. And like, I need to just let it happen. And like, I see these posts when people are like, we know what it's like to be broke and struggle and like try and work an extra shift so we, can make ends meet or whatever. So like, if all of it went to shit, like I've been in this position before, you know, and so I have more momentum and more net worth right now, and it's continued to grow outside of those investments, and like building with the LOL and just continuing to write, like continuing just to build my value, and
Yeah,
um, and then it's just like, oh yeah, it's just gonna happen when it happens, and it's gonna be it's going to be talked about, forever. And it's fun to just be part of it. And, there's going to be a lot of, at some point, there's going to be movies about it and documentaries and stuff. And those will be fun to watch and be like, I remember, because I got some of my GameStop and AMC in 2020, like
oh shit.
November. Yeah, like November, December, I was on Reddit and I was watching the Roaring Kitty videos on YouTube and stuff, and then January hit and it gained a shit ton of steam, like a ton of momentum, and then
Yeah,
it got high and it went down, and then at some point I bought more, but we originally, my girlfriend and I, my brother kept sending me the link to sign up with Robinhood, and then I finally did and got a free stock, and that was in uh like September, and then
oh
a couple months passed and I got my girlfriend into it, and then she had got some stocks, but like some completely different ones, and I was trying to just get penny stocks, and she was getting like normal stocks, I guess, and then like the GameStop and AMC stuff popped up, and I just like sold everything and bought that stuff.
shit.
And yes, I originally like put in like 280 and it grew to like 790 before I
Oh,
sold it and bought GameStop and AMC, and then I put in like another 500 in the next couple months or whatever. So
that's a good fucking start, man.
yeah, yeah, definitely not bad. You know, nothing to bitch about.
No,
You
I
know,
mean, gets you on the right track for that shit, dude.
yeah. I was curious because I was like, I got home and fed the guinea pig and then took a quick shower and I was like, what am I gonna, ask Rusty? Because I got to feed the guinea pig.
Right.
Blackberry loves her greens, and
Good.
she's
Like,
got this like white silver. She's brown and black. She has this like little like silver stripe on her head, and I was pushing to name her the Murder Hawk Monster, but
it
they
didn't work.
decided on Blackberry.
Okay.
Yeah. But
You
what
go
I
with
what
Barry.
I wanted to ask you was your thoughts on Bray Wyatt.
Oh, dude. Okay. So here's my thoughts. I don't want to get it mixed up with the thoughts that everyone else said, but it's kind of on that same thing. Like, yeah, I mean, he's been one of the best creative minds for a long time. After he lost the Husky Harris, he went and once Derek Drexel left Florida, took Drexel's gimmick and made Bray Wyatt and made it fucking huge. And like, dude has a fucking awesome mind for, and I mean, his legacy of, from his lineage of wrestling isms and shit of that sort. I mean, it's weird that they fucking dump him. I think something happened. Something happened backstage, or something happened with Bray somewhere. But that's just something that's going to get swept under the rug forever, and they dropped him. I don't know. I don't see really any idea why to drop him, but I mean now it's. I mean they got. I saw Evil Uno put out a tweet, bring him in for the leader of Dark Order and shit like that, and I mean there's always that, and that could be a thing, and I mean like, and then Eric Rowan when Brody died, he came out for that show. I think he was still working for WWE at the time, and he came out and did the whatever
Run in.
the run in on the fucking Brody show. And so I don't know. I mean, they could bring both of them in. He could just say fuck it, I'm good forever and never go back to wrestling. But I don't see that one happening. I mean, you can go around the Indies, but I don't know what that would do. I don't know. I mean, I think it would be not worthwhile for him to go out and fucking hit indie dates or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do you think?
I like. It was really interesting that you said you think it was something that happened backstage, because I didn't really even think about that. But when you mentioned that, it was like, yeah, like, because it didn't add up. Like budget cuts, like that just doesn't make sense. And he seemed like from the beginning, like he seemed like from the start, like he had more of the it factor than Bo, and like they were
Yeah.
very similar, and they both kind of like caught on to stuff, and it was just everything they did had like that wrestling flavor, and you gave it a chance, but he stood out more, and
Yeah.
I thought it was
And
cool. I never liked during his entrance there was the sound effect that was like ew, 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 and it would like repeat over and over, and I would have to like turn the TV down, and that was like the only thing that he ever did besides like the cockroaches in the ring that like I didn't like. But I hope he keeps wrestling, and I hope he goes to AEW and he doesn't, you know, um, he could start his own faction. Like Dark Order's great, and when they came out with Hangman Page, and it was kind of like a once-off presentation in that variation. They weren't signaling that he was leading it, but he was kind of in the front. But that was cool and that was exciting, and it's AEW is cool because it's like dudes are having fun, and like there's a couple of there was a match a couple of weeks ago. Billy Gunn was wrestling some dude, and he did like a suicide dive, and Billy like moved and he like face planted, and there was and there was like the next week this dude was wrestling Angelico, and he did like he was on the top rope and he jumped to the outside, and Angelico moved and he like hit the railing like in his armpit, and I was just like, those are actually high risk maneuvers, like, and it just it gave me a sense that at that point in time there was a improv decision on the fly made to alter a choice, and it felt so like it felt real and legit, and like they were putting their foot down. They're like, nope, you're not going to do this move to me. Like it felt I felt like I was watching like an old wrestling back in the day when that stuff, like late 90s, when that stuff felt like it was more common. And WWE is just like desensitized me, and I can't even like watch the 30-minute highlight video on YouTube. Like I just like I would rather just flip through WrestleZone, flip through the Squared Circle subreddit, and just find out that way. But I don't even watch like What Culture or whatever the other one was, because I used to watch it, but I'm like, I don't even want to watch the program. And AEW, like, it's cool. It's like dudes are able to express themselves and be creative, and lots of women are getting plenty of time. It's just awesome. And yeah, so I it would be cool if he went to AEW and just he just with even the restraints he had in WWE, everything he did was really cool and captivating, and just hearing people talk about what they thought was gonna happen, or how like listening to Jim Cornette talk about it on his drive-through is just like interesting, because you got two great, wrestling minds. But basically, Bray, his brain for the game is it's really cool. But
Cornette or Bray?
Well, I like to listen to both of them, but I know people have a very polarizing opinion on Cornette, but
sure.
He's got some knowledge, he's got some experiences, and he's got a cool lexicon. When I listen to his stuff, he doesn't repeat a lot of words. He's very particular about his word choice, and so I think that's something people discredit when he says stuff. But Bray, he was the one I was talking about mainly, is that just anything he does is going to be awesome, and I'm really excited. And I thought it was cool when he had like the butcher's smock, and then he had dreads, and like before then he had like the Hawaiian shirt, and he was flanked by these two huge badasses, and it was just cool to watch him just even enter. And Firefly Funhouse was kind of cheesy, but he made it work.
And I don't know what's going to happen with Alexa Bliss now, but whatever.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I like the Firefly. I thought it was out there enough, and I feel, but I don't know if his character is owned by Vince, or if he can take that, or if he's gonna have to change his name, or he's gonna have to be like Harry Huskiver or some shit like that, or Wyatt Brayon Gong. some
Right.
shit.
Hmm.
I don't know. I could see Vince not wanting to give up Bray Wyatt character, and it'd be smart not to. But I hope that Bray can do something where it's enough that he can. I mean, I think he has enough to be able to create something totally new if he needed to, and still be over.
Hmm.
And I think there's enough minds there over in AEW, if not, that can facilitate that and have been watching him for years and can be, do some fantasy booking. Be like, if I had him, I would do this, and then now they can do that. I don't know. I think it was a really odd drop. I mean, like the Braun Strowman, I get it. I get why they got rid of him. Like,
Because
I just think because, like, why not? I mean, he was a thing, but he's not like they're not going to miss out on having a great mind if they lose him. They're just going to lose out on a big guy that's, I guess, kind of over, or at least somewhat over.
right.
But I mean, whereas Bray Wyatt, it's like, dude, you're losing a lot. You're losing at least two guys with him, or the equivalent of two guys with
Hmm.
losing Bray Wyatt. So I mean, hopefully WWE has something to take his place. I mean, they have so many fucking goddamn people in that company anyway, but I don't know, man. I just think that
Right.
was a weird one. I don't know who else they could have got rid of that would have been around his same price too. Um, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna get rid. Like they wouldn't get rid of. I don't know who would have been in the same category as him. I don't even know. Like Orton, maybe. Orton
That's
probably
what
is
I
high.
was thinking.
Yeah, I
You know.
mean, could have got rid of him, but I mean, he's also has a fucking great wrestling mind too,
Yeah.
and the family for it. And I don't know.
Yeah. Like Orton when he reversed Evan Bourne's shooting star press into the RKO,
Yeah,
and
like
when he reversed Seth Rollins' curb stomp into the
yeah,
RKO. I mean, that's stuff like. The cool thing about watching Randy Orton is like, uh, like I don't know. It's just yeah, he's got a great mind for it, and sometimes I forget how like some of his stuff is. I don't know. I don't want to say simple, but it's like he's got his moves, and he will reverse his opponent's finisher into his. Um, but I just watch his matches. I'm not like trying to like, oh, they're a half a step too slow, or like being all like critical, because not that I have any position to like criticize wrestlers, but you watch for stuff.
yeah,
So it's cool when they can get me to not watch for stuff.
yeah. Whenever that happens, man, and like, I mean, and how long he's been around? He's been around almost fucking 20 years,
That's right.
which crazy. He still seems like he's only been out like 5 years to me, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
He's really new, but then like 5 years ago, man, was whoever was up on top then. I don't know.
Right. Right.
Uh, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It's been it'll be interesting. And then I mean, they got so many fucking people wanting to come there now. I think more people are wanting to go there than WWE right now, for the most part, which is weird.
Well, they have they're cool with them working with other promotions and
Yeah,
like flipping around talent. And that's such a cool concept because I haven't watched Impact in a really long time, but hearing that Kenny Omega was on it, I was like, oh, I'll check out the highlights.
yeah, and having the Good Brothers going back and forth on that, and then now with AEW bringing in New Japan guys and then sending people out there. Once they get fucking Tanahashi out here, if Tanahashi would have been out here fucking 10 years ago, man, he would have been huge. I mean, he's fucking huge in Japan, but if they would have brought him out. But yeah, they're bringing the Murder Hawk out there to work him. And I mean, that's cool. They have that working relationship too. Bringing in, you know, the Japanese guy, seeing fucking Haku and his kid out there. That was pretty rad seeing that. And then what was the other one? And then Black.
Malachi
Black. He was on a PWG show yesterday, day before. Yep. It was pretty cool. I've never been a fan of the PWG shows. There's a lot of good people that have come out of those things, but it's not my type of show. But I don't know. It's always, they fucking do a lot of cool shit. It's just, I couldn't sit and watch hours of that or be, I don't know. It's not my type of wrestling. So it's, yeah. But I mean, they got a lot of cool shit going on with it. I thought they were closed down, but I don't know. So what day was what day is LO Hell?
Thursday.
Okay. All right. There might be a chance I might be headed out that way at some point, given that there may not. But then again, I could see that not happening because of stuff getting shut down here.
The Delta.
It's going to be shut down here within, I'm going to say, within August, before September starts. For Labor Day, we'll be shut back down, is my guess. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not going to change anything for me except for a couple things. I mean, it's going to be fucking business as usual for me. So, just fucking doing the thing. But I think, I don't know. What do you think? You're in the hospital, so where are you on it? What do you think?
Like, my only concerns are like them not extending the rent moratorium or random or whatever it's called. They're not extending that, and you know, just we'll probably get a lot of patients. We'll probably be a lot busier, and we did have kind of we're picking back up, but we had like a 3-week period where all the patients were pretty chill. We didn't have any significant events or anything, and but you know, I could see it just picking back up because, you know, with the first wave, we just got we just got a lot of people from the street, and just an influx of, I mean, it seems like it's constantly growing, and I'm excited though, just because thankfully they have a tendency to kind of overreact, and you know, we were short supplies, and the PPE planned aspect of that, or you know, whatnot, we still were able to, you know, protect ourselves reasonably, but they restricted like visitors and visitation, and that was really cool because you cut down instantly on shenanigans.
Yeah,
you know? And
plus a bunch of people fucking roaming all over who don't need to be there. Getting information. That's how I would feel if I was working at a hospital. Like, God, these fucking people coming in here all the time to check up on old Billy over here, but you're getting in my fucking way. I'm trying to work, and you're fucking my shit up, and everything gets more crowded. So it's probably nice not having a lot of people there.
Yeah. Usually, even when there is visitation, you know, with it being mental health, it was usually just like 1 or 2 family members, guardian, parent, brother, daughter coming, because who else is gonna help take care of their family member, because they're pretty codependent even when they are on their meds. And so, but occasionally we'll get some extreme cases where people want to bring like 5 people and 2 children, and it's like, no, no, that's, you don't need to do that. And like, just one person swing by, like, or whatever, like, so it's, yeah, but like we were saying earlier, the constant, hire on, sign on bonuses and all that stuff, like all the hospitals are doing some variation of that. So there's always going to be the need.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's people are not wanting to because whatever, or people, I don't know, people are, because it's not just the fucking uh, medical industry. I mean, all over people are giving crazy sign on bonuses right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't know. Like,
Right.
it was easy for me to find someone back in Minnesota, but I mean, here it took a while just to get like anyone. I got one person applied, and then I guess she didn't read the whole post or something. Because when I got to interview her, it was just, yeah. I'm like how many hours? Oh, like maybe 10 hours a week, and then I'm going back to school in a little bit. I'm like, why the fuck did you apply? I'm like, I need someone that's like 40 hours a week for, a while. And then the next person, I guess, is the person I'm hiring. He just messaged me, probably asking, because I told him I'd give him a shout out early this week, and it's Monday morning, and he gave me a text. So I think I'm gonna hire this guy. And he seems like he's pretty keep to himself, which is my kind of person. Because at my spot right now, until I get the store, it's like a townhouse with a few levels on top of each other. And so, like, the level down by the garage, like, he has all that area to do all the posting and shit. And, like, I don't have to see him at all. And I don't want to be there sitting looking over his fucking shoulder every day. And, I got stuff to do. So, so he has that. And then the storage units out, I don't have to go, I wouldn't have to go to the storage unit anymore then, except for maybe sometimes I'm gonna have him like organize the shit, and it's already kind of organized, but organize it a little more. But yeah, I don't know. I need help. I need help. I'm not getting too old for this shit, but I I did too much where I made it so I'm too old for the shit that I fucking got myself into. I got way too much. I have way too much product right now that I haven't even posted, and so half the shit that I have has not been posted even, and I have a 10 by 20 foot storage unit, almost pretty fucking full, and so kid will be fucking busy for a while, and but yeah, I don't know, because I've had my last employee, she was great. She liked to talk a lot, but I could usually leave her and just let her do her own thing. But she was more like, she was right by the front door of my old place. So anytime we go in or out, we see each other. But I guess it's still the same thing there. But if I don't leave the house, then I don't have to see him that much. And then I'm like, you can text me, because like any problems, I'm always on my phone. So like, give me a text.
Just
But
I didn't. Sorry, I didn't tell her that I was gonna be potting with you, and she came home and hello. So
Yeah, wait a minute. Casting over here, man. Do you gotta go?
nope.
Okay, all right. Well, let's see. So, yeah, so hopefully I'm gonna have them start. I'm going out to Oregon here tomorrow. Um, I'm going to Sun River
Okay.
for my wedding, so I'm not going to
Your
Portland.
wedding?
My sister's wedding, not my wedding.
Ooh, you let that slip, boy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, my sister's wedding. I'm like my dad's dead, so she's having my two brothers and me, like we have to walk her down the aisle. Um, and then afterwards, like when they're doing the thing where they're introducing the couple for the first time, they're having me do the old Chicago Bulls entrance from like the 90s. That shit. So that's gonna be cool. So they're all gonna come out to I forgot what the name of that song is. I want to say it's like Serious or something like that, or I don't remember the name, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
that whole thing. So they're doing that, so I gotta do that. But so I'm just heading out for I don't know until Saturday. But yeah, so going to fucking Oregon, man. I'm
It's
not.
it's pretty hot right now.
Yeah, it's pretty hot here too, man. It's like the first day it hasn't been 100, I think, since I moved here, and almost 100. It's been almost 100 every day, which for like the last 2 months. So it's interesting. But today it's I don't know. It's raining, but thunder and shit.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it'll be
like
hot.
I like that.
Yeah, but um, the elevation here is like the same elevation as Sun River, which is cool. So when I get over there and I go to ride my bike, I won't be blown up after 2.5 minutes of riding from the high elevation. I mean, it'll probably take me like 6 or 7 minutes before I'm blown up riding, but yeah, dude, it's weird. We're fucking pretty high here, man. So that's how the mornings go, man.
Yeah,
It's kind of nice. Yeah, 'cause my girlfriend works from home right now, which is cool because we can go and we can burn in the morning and stuff. So it's kind of nice, or the afternoon, or evening, or after work. Yeah, whatever the time might be, right? 4:20. Some of the times, yeah. You gotta get the feel good juice happening, and yeah. So that's it's pretty all right. Yeah, we're getting ready. We got this fucking thing for the cat. We got this cat litter thing, a robot cat litter thing.
okay.
I decided to uh, to go for it, man. I'm like, I figure this could be like life changing, and it'd be a good investment. It's
Yeah,
not, it's something that will save me time. You
yeah,
know, like that's one of those things like that and a house cleaner. Like I
yeah,
can go, I can do shit that will, like I can get someone to clean the house for cheaper than like if I worked another couple hours or 2 or 3 hours. Like I'd make more doing that. So you better just have someone to clean the house for me. And that was something I didn't learn until I was fucking 38 years old, which is stupid. That's one, I think, I don't know. I wish I learned that fucking 10, 15 years ago
Right.
that I could get someone else to clean my place and do a better job of it than I would do. And I don't know, 'cause I don't get shit that dirty. Like it's always kept pretty clean, but we don't we don't do deep cleaning a lot. So it's like it's always kind of on the surface clean, but never
Mhm.
like uh, eat your leg of lamb off the toilet seat.
Ooh.
So yeah, yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes
Yeah.
you like a good leg of lamb off of the toilet seat. So
Well, where else are you gonna store it while you're in the tub?
right,
Like
right. That's what I'm fucking saying,
in
man.
on the toilet seat.
On the toilet seat. On the fucking toilet seat. So yeah, man. Yeah. So that's something that um, is helpful. Um, yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. I didn't do that for before. I'm not great at cleaning stuff. I can clean stuff okay, but I'd rather spend my time doing something else. As would probably anybody.
Yeah, yeah. I work with a nurse who has a housekeeper,
Yeah,
and it I didn't really like consider it an option that he had one. I was just like, it doesn't like it doesn't like how do you like I was just like, how do you manage a house? Like your house, because he lives in this certain area and it's a very big house. And he's got four kids split, but he's got two kids from his previous marriage and two with this one, and it's he has a housekeeper. Like that's you know uh
it's
that's one way to manage a bigger space, but it's also a very practical way to manage just your individual space, because I think a lot of us are very accustomed to just live, and when you're very meticulous about putting stuff back where it goes and cleaning like as you go and stuff, it's not my jam. Like,
yeah,
I'll pick my day off and flip everything around.
yeah. And then that's what I do. And then like I got to the point where it's like, let's say it takes 2 or 3 hours to do the house. Let's say 3 hours, and then what I would pay someone to do it is no, it's not doesn't cost that much. I mean, it for peace of mind, not having to fucking clean myself, it's kind of worth it. And then if I go and yeah, work something else, like it's it's a bad move for me to clean because I make less money than if I had someone else cleaning for me. And then that's when I was like, I should just not do that anymore. I'm wasting my fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
I can take that money and put it into AMC or some GameStop stock right there,
Mm,
man. And
mm, mm. Hell
have a
yeah.
fucking clean house.
Yeah. And after the squeeze, you'll have a immaculate mansion.
I'd probably still keep a
Right.
little tiny place.
Same.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I I don't know. Like, and but I'm a person who thinks that um, you should only have a place big enough that you're willing to clean. Like, if you have like 4 bedrooms and a couple bathrooms, but there's only like 2 people living there. And it's like you got to go and do all this extra shit all the time. Like, live in a smaller place, then you only have to clean half as much of that. Um, I don't know. That's how I've always picked. But this thing's fucking. I have 4 bathrooms in this place, but 2 bedrooms. It's ridiculous.
That does
We
not
thought,
make sense.
oh, yeah, we thought it was a fucking typo when we got the thing. They're like, no way it can be fucking 4 bathrooms, but there's fucking 4 bathrooms here. So I was gonna make one my studio,
Okay.
and put a whole bunch of soundproofing shit up in there, and still might, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that would be a kind of cool spot. But I don't know. Like now with this shit, like I don't even want to use my fucking studio anymore. I'd rather just I get a better result just using my fucking phone, which sucks. Like of the stuff that I've bought for home studio, audio and video, my phone works better than all of it by a good fucking chunk.
Mm-hmm.
And just so that's a lesson to anyone out there listening. Just get a phone. You don't need a fucking whole studio unless you really know what you're doing. But if you don't really know what you're doing, it might not be as good. So just use your phone. And a phone sounds pretty good to anyone who's listening, unless you're doing like some special voiceover work or something. I don't know. Whatever the kids do. But
Auto tune, that's all. Straight up auto tune.
yeah, dude, I was talking with my buddy. I used to make music. We were talking about auto tune yesterday. So yeah, we're talking like we'll send shit to each other, like all the fucking weird shit we can do to make music now, and all the cool little synths that you can download or shit like that. But I still just I don't know. I still can't fucking jump past it. Like my synth, I have a fucking synth. I have a pretty nice fucking synth I got as a gift a few years ago. But there's so much shit on it, and I have a old Casio keyboard, and I'm like, I'd much rather use my fucking Casio keyboard. Like I know how to use the fuck out of it. And like that's how it is when I when I make movies or like videos or
Porno.
audio stuff. I like to use the shittier software. I can use the fuck out of it, and do stuff that people haven't done with it yet, and like max that shit out rather than being really overwhelmed with some new software and not being able to do some cool shit, but different kinds of cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, that's the simpler, being able to use the book at a simpler stuff. I think that's a concept a lot of people overlook. Like when I did music with Keith, and we if we ever had instances where we didn't have stuff to work on and we were trying to come up with something new,
yeah,
we would just pick out, we would just go to the piano sounds in FL Studios and just make the bass line and the lead with piano sounds or basic synth sounds, and then we would change them to crazier sounding things and tweaking knobs. But it was always just we knew that if we had a piano sounds, then it was easier to pick out melodies and bass lines and then go from there.
yeah. So I mean, it's a smart move. Just start it. Don't try to go and do this super intricate thing when you're missing the whole the simple bass line or beat or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
or the melody when you're trying to do all these crazy intricacies out in the middle of nowhere that aren't going to mean shit if you're just putting lipstick on the pig kind of a thing.
Right.
And yeah, it's I don't know. I need to make some tunes again. I miss it. I miss making tunes, but I got to be in the right kind of mindset to
Yeah.
do it.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if I'm in the right space at this time to go and do it. I'm feeling more, podcasty and shit lately more than making tunes. So,
Mhm.
podcasting's easier right now. I just have to, boop, click a and then
Record.
it goes. Yeah. Um, oh, but yeah, that's kind of the whole shit with that. Um, but yeah, so this is the Saved by the Band podcast. Welcome. I'm with a Y.
That's right.
Yeah, LOL. Don't
Yeah.
forget tonight or Thursday afternoons in Portland.
Thursday, 4 to 6:30 at Dante's.
Dante's.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's great. Free slice of pizza, free drink for comics. I think I've had a few people show up and get the drink and pizza and then like not go up, which I don't know, whatever. But I try to keep an eye on that. But you get 30 people in that room, it's kind of hard.
It's a great fucking problem to have.
Yeah,
That many people that you have to worry about shit like that.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like two people coming in and one person goes in, gets a beer and a slice of pizza and paces the fuck out. I mean,
Right.
you got a lot of people, so that's badass. So that's fucking going that well. And
Yeah.
moving along. And if someone may be coming out to Portland, and if there's no shutdown in the next quarter of the year
Okay.
sometime,
All right. All right.
may have to stop by over there and
That would be so dope. That
give
would
a
be so dope.
couple minutes up on the old mic. And I've been in Dante's for a long time, man. Like, I don't know. Last time I went to Dante's was 2014, maybe somewhere in there.
Yeah.
2015, back when Rochelle was still hosting there. Do you know Rochelle Love?
Which Rochelle? I
Rochelle
know.
Love.
No. No. I
She was
knew two other Rochelles.
There's Rochelle Cochran. You
Yep.
know her?
Mm-hmm.
She's shit. She's
She is
always
legit.
whole fucking thing in my book. She'd come out to and do my show, and yeah, so she's always.
Yeah, she's good people. Yeah.
And then I don't know if I know another Rochelle, but
I don't remember her name because I never did her show, but I saw Rochelle Cochran a few times, and she came out to LOL a couple of times too.
oh, okay,
So,
yeah, so, like, good person to have on your show. Just solid. Like, is Pedro still around? Do you know Pedro?
Andrade? Pedro
Yeah.
Andrade? Oh yeah, he comes out. He's come out every week, and he's actually taken the bullet like 6 out of the last 7 times.
Cool. And
Yeah,
let
he's
him
dope. Huh?
let him set the tone for the night.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's got a lot of good jokes about white people.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, those two fucking always were good people. Those are my favorite two comics to have on.
Cool.
So they were always there, and if someone wasn't able to come, they'd fucking come out. And so I'm always, I'll always put those two over any fucking time. So,
Same. Yeah.
but yeah, I think this is probably a good place to wrap up. I think we got an hour, and I got
Mhm.
some things on my going through my head, so I don't know how much I'm going to be useful here in the next hour, other than cause I got fucking do phone calls.
Oh, yeah.
I'm starting to think about the phone calls. I'm like, okay, now this is the time I gotta fucking end it, and then yeah. But so I think this is part 8 or something. Like I don't know. I assume we're probably coming back next time. We'll probably do another one here. Um, and yep. So Saved by the Bell. It was a show, and we talked about Saved by the Bell. So that's good. So next,
We dropped it. We mentioned the name, so it counts.
yeah, yeah. You just have to look for that timestamp here towards the end of when we talk about Saved by the Bell. And we're going to just start another podcast and then, move you into that other podcast. But I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe this will just stay this way for a while. So I'm just riding it, man, letting it go. So you got LOL on Thursdays at 4 at Dante's in Portland.
That's right.
And any other time people want to stalk you can go do this when, or
They can show up there. They can find me online.
Bryanwithawhy. Bryanwithawhy get some shit.
Yeah, it's B with a Y on Instagram, but it's Bryan with a Y on Facebook and Twitter.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Well, there there's the spot. So,
so come harass me.
Yeah, come harass him and make sure you tell B with a Y that Bryan with a Y sent you.
That's right.
Yeah, and so thanks for doing the show, and next week. No, I don't know, because I'm releasing this a day late because I've totally forgot about it. So we'll put one here in the next 2 weeks, and then before the 15th, hopefully. But,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we'll find a time. If not, we'll work something out.
We'll figure it out.
I have enough audio of you now. I can just put you in, and you'll just be sound clips from here on out. So
that's fine.
Cool. All right. Well, you stay up, playa, and we'll talk soon.
I definitely do. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Take care.
You too, bud.